Hey YouTube, just showing here one of my other speakers that I've never shown. You guys never seen this one in any vehicles at all, but I find it funny because I have those 212s. You know, they're somewhat expensive. They're not really expensive. They're more like budget subs for your car. And then my 15, I thought was the most expensive sub that I bought, but then I remembered I spent a load of money on another speaker. This is the most expensive and probably one of the best ones besides my Lands is this Pioneer shallow mount 10-inch subwoofer. You can put behind the seat of an S10 or any other pickup. You can put under a seat, or this one actually came in a shallow mount box, Pioneer made. It's got the Pioneer plaques on it on the front, all designed so it goes around the sub, make it look real nice and all that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, 10-inch, um, single voice coil sub, as you guys can see. 100 watts RMS, 250 max, 4 ohm. A lot of people have the question if you can wire down single ohm subwoofers, like say if you have, like in my case, I have two Sony Explode 12s. You guys never seen the other one. It's pretty much brand new in the box. I never really even decided to hook it up, but they're 4 ohm subs, single 4 ohm. And my amp is a 2 ohm or whatever, and I want to wire it down from the 4 ohm, which 4 and 4 is 8 ohm, down to just 4 ohms. What you do, in the box you got both of the chambers, and in the center it's basically a piece of MDF wood which divides both chambers. You drill a small hole to run the speaker wire through. You'd run speaker wire through and you can caulk it and seal it up, do whatever you want. You run a set of wires. Say this is my right speaker. Okay, I wire it up like normal, positive, positive, or positive, negative. Run the wires in through the box, through that little hole, caulk it up, seal it up. Then you got your second sub. You connect those wires that go from the positive, negative right here, from this sub to the other sub. You connect them together. You connect them straight together. And then if you want to use terminals on either side, like you can use the terminals on your left sub, you just take that wire and run it to positive, negative. So basically, both subs are hooked together into one. So it goes to one channel on your amp or bridged or whatever, meaning you just wired two single 4 ohm sub woofers to a two single 2 ohm. You wired them from 4 to 2, so 2 plus 2 to 4, so you got 4 ohm instead of 8 ohm, which your amps are going to run pretty good, your subs are going to sound really good, and that's what a lot of people don't realize when you come to single voice coil subwoofers. If you wire them down like that, if you do exactly what I said, wire them from the single 4s all the way down to single 2s, you're going to get a lot better sound. Just straight up, you're going to. Just like with a dual voice coil sub. Don't wire them in series. If you're going to run 2, my opinion, you could wire them in series. Go ahead. That's what you want. What I think, wire them in parallel. I have that Boss Audio 12. They're dual 4. Each coil's 4 ohms, so that's 8 ohms if you run it in series. That's 8 ohms. To me, that's basically 8 ohms is basically a house stereo subwoofer. That's basically what that is. So you're not going to get the best power and the most power and best sound out of your sub. You have a dual 4, positive, positive, negative, negative. There you go. Parallel, you went from dual 4 to dual 2, so 4 ohms instead of 8 ohms. You cut it in half. Your impedance is going to sound better. You're going to get all the power you need and want. That said, I got this one. I'm selling both of my 12s. One's a Boss Audio P12 DVC subwoofer, basically brand new, not even broken in. A Sony Explode 12-inch, 1200 watt, 350 watts RMS, single 4 ohm sub. Oh, but the Boss is 1000 watts RMS, 2000 max, and I have videos. Check them out. They hit fairly hard. I suggest if anyone bought them from me or anything, or if I wanted to put them back, I'd put them in a ported box. Sealed is not the way to go with those. But any other information, if you want to know, just send me a message. If anything about my 15, I got a new box. I haven't put it in yet, but I got a new box. I'm gonna be putting 2 of those Lands R15s in there, and they're dual 4 ohm subs. I got the one that I have in there right now. I have it wired down in parallel to dual 2, so 4 ohms. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wire them down like that. Both of them are going to run from dual 4 to dual 2, but I'm going to run the little wire trick from one sub to the other. So I go from basically dual 2 on each to actually going to like 4 to 2 ohms put together. So if anything else, just leave comment, message, any of that fun stuff. Alright, thanks guys.